Okay.
It says it's streaming.
I'm watching. You are live.
I didn't name it or anything because I don't know how to do that.
It's okay, I did all that for you. It's already named and ready to go. Alright. Alright, hey guys. We are getting ready to start another adventure of Suck My Dice. Story being Carrion Crown. And Trina's clicking on her computer screen.
This is all I do, guys.
So this one we have 3 players. We've got myself as game master, we've got Manus and Trina. If anybody else ends up joining in, then you'll get to meet them as well.
That's just 2 players and a game master.
I still have to play all the people you aren't. So
I'm still cracked.
anyway.
That doesn't make you a player.
I'm an NPC player.
No, you're a game master.
Shut up. Stop being argumentative.
It's not argumentative, it's factual.
Alright. So, this story takes place in Ravengrove. At least the beginning of it. That is where we will start our adventure. Manus, stop it. Before I delete Anna. Off the board anyway, I wouldn't delete her as a character yet.
Yeah.
Caught that, huh? Alright. How...
She wants to kill us.
I can't click my little red box and I don't know why.
Because you gotta click on the box. Or you can highlight it by going like this.
Anyway, actually, I think I know the problem. I have to switch layers. There we go. Alright.
Oh, goodbye.
Getting rid of that. Yep. And goodbye map. Because we now no longer need it.
Do you have different map layers?
I do.
I don't think this is what I meant by the map layers. You can have different maps set up.
I've got 3 layers that I can choose from, but...
No, I mean something else, but I'll explain it to you later.
Have maps set up.
Hang on.
Board maps.
They'd show up here at the top of your screen.
I'm just wondering if she's got any maps.
I do.
Like,
That picture... Yes, I do actually. I have like all the pictures that you guys will need. I'm just trying to see if on this one if I need to hide something first.
Well, you've already shown it to us, so it's too late now.
Not that picture. There's another picture I'm uploading.
If you get maps set up, then you're golden. And again, I'll tell you how to do that later. We'll do some screen sharing stuffs.
Not sure what's going on.
That is me getting rid of something by hiding it. Alright.
We can see everything you're doing.
Yeah, I know.
So we've already seen what you're hiding. Except I wasn't paying attention.
Exactly.
You know the squares on that map?
Mm-hmm.
They're meant to match up with the squares on the board.
That's why you set this up beforehand. I'll walk you through it later.
Well, right this particular second, this one's not as important that it matches up, if that makes any sense.
Like I said,
Okay.
after this, or tomorrow or something, I'll show you how to do it.
Okay. So, now I can come back to the objects and tokens later. Alright. So, you guys start out around down here because you have been brought together for a funeral. Your journey has brought you to the beginning of the Restlands. As you have entered Ravengrow, you've pretty much just gotten into town. You really haven't had a chance to deal with anything about lodging or with putting up your belongings or anything. You've just arrived. Welcome, travelers, and thank you for coming. A very teary-eyed yet stoic woman in her mid-20s greets you. She's wearing a dress red and black with gold embroidery, and her dark chestnut hair is pulled back into a bun, save for a tasteful curl hanging down behind each ear. She walks up to each of you and offers a light embrace as one typically would at a funeral. As she looks from the halfling girl to the small elven girl, she half smiles. You must be Anna, and you must be Lyra. Father told me so much about you. With a slight smile and a tear rolling down her cheek, she takes a step back, positioning herself beside a fine coffin. My name is Kendra, by the way. I'm Professor Lorimer's daughter. Her eyes pass over the small group that has gathered to pay its respects. Beside the two of you and Kendra, there are only 5 other people in attendance. Kendra looks at the two of you. I'm sorry to have to ask, but would either of you be willing to be pallbearers? She casts her eyes to the ground as she awaits your answers.
I could certainly try.
Be a what?
Pallbearer, help carry the casket.
Oh, I'm too small.
I think I'd be able to help with that. Hopefully.
Thank you. And she, in their custom, takes her place at the beginning of the funeral procession to go meet Father Grimborough.
It's a goblin.
No, that's Father Grimborough.
He's a goblin in disguise.
He kind of looks very undead.
Quick, cast Turn Undead.
Oh lord. Father Grimborough and 2 of his acolytes are waiting for you at the grave. I think.
Hannah just skips along a side basket.
For a second, that made me think of like a ride-along basket. Okay. So, solving the problem of needing to cover that up. This one I can actually make the correct size. Although it won't sit where it needs to. That's just great.
Yeah, that's why you set these up beforehand. Because then you can fiddle with it and make it fit.
Regardless, it's now at least to scale, so.
Yeah, but we're not on it.
Okay. So, you're roughly starting about here. And as you start carrying the casket, in typical procession fashion,
Hey, that could be me.
that was part of the reason I picked that picture as well. Plus, it's actually in the story.
Except I'm a lot
Okay.
shorter, I bet.
Well, I mean, that side of the coffin is being held a lot lower.
Yeah, but she looks the same height. Perspective.
Okay. So, as you step up beside the coffin, Lyra,
Mm-hmm.
so does a couple of the other people there. One being Councilman Hearthmount, one being Councilman Muricar, out here, dang it.
Everyone looks undead. I don't think this is where we want to be, Anna.
I think this is exactly where I want to be.
That just makes me giggle.
They
I
all
can
look
tell by your giggle.
undead. We're walking around with a bunch of zombies. Why is everyone old? That's what I want to know.
Those are councilmen, woman. Of course they're old.
They don't have to look old. You can have young
Zokar,
councilmen.
Oh.
and Zokar's son is there. He does not step up to the casket, and Jaminda Fallenbridge is there. She also does not come up to the casket. So the the two councilmen, the tavern keeper, and Lyra grab the sides of the coffin and start to proceed. Kendra steps up and takes her place at the lead of the procession as the deceased's closest living relative. You guys are walking along the Dream Wake, which is this path through here to get over here to the gravesite.
No, we can't just
Although
trample
my
these graves.
No, you have to follow the path. Nice try, though.
I mean, I'm part of this procession. I'm in the front on this. I could lead them astray. Start pulling on the casket.
That would probably lose you trust. The Restlands is a very sacred cemetery for them.
Okay.
So you start proceeding along the Dream Wake, which is the gravel pathway that winds through the cemetery. Lyra, as you are helping be a pallbearer, you were considered to have both of your hands full currently.
Yeah.
Procession reaches. Okay. As you guys reach right about here.
You know, you can select all, right? If you just drag and click like I've been doing on the stream.
Like that.
Yeah. See?
Okay, so as you guys get to the corner here, You start onto the path known as the Eversleep. You see that your way ahead is blocked by a fellow by the name of Gibbs
Hello, Gibbs.
and several thugs. He's got a dozen surly-looking locals with him. Keep in mind these are locals, and keep in mind this is not everything is as it seems. Just put it that way.
Well, hello. Are you here to attend the funeral too?
Hang on. Before you got a chance to say that, as soon as you come around the corner, this man decides to speak up. That's far enough. We've been talking, and we don't want Lorimer buried in the Restlands. You can take him upriver and bury him there if you want, but he ain't going in the ground here.
Well, why not?
Kendra is swift to respond, following along with what you've said. Her sadness swiftly transforms into anger. What are you talking about? She cries out. I arranged it with Father Grimborough. He's been waiting for us. The grave's already been... You don't get it, woman. We won't have a necromancer buried in the same place as our Ken. I suggest you move out while you still can. Folks are pretty upset about this right now.
I walk closer to him and tilt my head and say, if you don't want him in the ground, we could always put you in there.
Gibbs looks down at you and kind of quirks his mouth. Is that so? And Kendra, having heard his comment about necromancy, pipes up.
Necromancy?
Necromancy? Are you really that ignorant? This comment sends the thugs into a little bit of a tizzy. They do not like this. And they decide to attack.
Well, that's very rude of them.
The good thing is, for you all, not all of them attack. 6 of the dozen thugs decide to step back and watch. The other 6...
You know what?
I'm
Making me
confused.
repel bearer is very rude because in order to engage, I'm gonna have to drop the casket.
Yeah, see, there's a problem with that.
Uh-oh.
Because if the casket's dropped, town doesn't like that much either.
So I just have to stand there and
Never
take
tell
being
us these
hit?
things.
Yeah, you're not supposed to tell us
I
these
don't
things.
think they're going to actually attack the casket, per se.
But I'm there.
But... So, there are... And because it's led by this man, I decided to leave the image the same. Ah. Alright. So we have 6 thugs and Gibbs versus you guys.
Too little less.
However, since someone holding the casket decided to speak up, please roll a diplomacy check for me.
Oh joy. Oh joy.
Okay. So they're not calmed down. And Mana, since you decided to speak up as well, go ahead and do a diplomacy check for you as well.
Would mine not be
I was say
intimidate?
his would be intimidate.
Um,
But I'll roll diplomacy.
Actually, you know what? I will allow the intimidate.
I'd rather do diplomacy, but since I was intimidating, let's intimidate.
That's still not as high as the DC requirement. I'm gonna say the intimidate itself fails because it's a decently high diplomacy check to make them go away.
Yeah.
So
Are they angry?
I will
should
allow
have just
the
went with diplomacy.
I was gonna say. I mean, so although the intimidation would still be enough to, get them to try to fight. So regardless, the failed diplomacy check, the failed intimidate check, there's gonna be a fight. So
That's very rude.
none of them seek to kill you. You need to make sure you keep that in mind. They're not out to kill you. They're just out to stop you from putting this body in the ground.
Nah,
I
fam.
want to see blood.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So they have improvised weapons. Basically, they're farm tools. This is just a bunch of farmers.
Rest in pieces.
They're a little bit of the more superstitious and reactionary locals, and that have been feeling the influence of the nearby prison for a while.
Is it prison?
We'll get there.
Okay.
As soon as the funeral's over, you'll get to learn a lot more.
Funeral's gonna end up with a lot more than one death.
So, 6 of the mob come to attack you with their improvised weapons, striking to not kill, but to subdue. Gibbs does not himself take part in the attack. He stepped back.
Wait, don't we get initiatives before he's able to run away?
Yeah.
He's not meant to fight in this battle.
Aw. I had a plan.
He
Me too.
intentionally is not meant to fight in this battle. He has a larger part to play.
You don't tell us things like that.
You were asking why he didn't have an intimidate check. Shush.
You still can't be giving out more information than we absolutely need to know.
Okay.
Like, hey, he's took a step back behind his goonies, and then we rolled initiative. Something like that works.
So are we initiative rolling?
Yes, please, actually. You do need to do a roll initiative for me.
Oh.
Does she know how to get the turn order up?
I showed her.
She does.
Whether she knows what to do from here, I don't know, because I only showed her this part.
Select them all and then add to thing.
You haven't added me.
You have your hands full, dear.
But I still had to roll initiative. I
She
can drop
still
my
has
stuff.
to initiative.
Well, then I've added you. Alright. Did that save that? No, it didn't. Alright. I don't know why I did that. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
These guys are not good at initiative so far.
I'm not much better than some of them.
They all got below 10 except one of them.
Okay. So, the turn order is in place.
Start from highest to lowest.
Other way.
That's the opposite.
There we go.
Alright.
Look at little me way down there.
Alright.
You have one of them twice,
So,
by the way.
that
Unless you have
2 of
two
them got
sevens.
7.
Oh, okay. But, no, wait.
Yeah. There should only be 6 bugs.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
But
6. Yeah.
the one that
That's
has
right.
10 and the one that has 7 are the same.
There's 10, 8, 7, 7, 5, 2.
But if you hover over 10 and you hover over that top 7, same icon.
Oh yeah, 2 of them are the one guy.
Well, that's because I misclicked one of them. Shush. Alright. They have non-lethal damage. What do you want to do? Anna, what do you do?
That's a question.
Give a creepy smile and
It's
turn
a
into a doll.
question.
I was considering turning it into a doll, but this is a funeral.
Yeah.
Instead,
We're already dressed
Anna
for a funeral, so.
Anna is going to cast command on the one closest to her in the middle right there,
Okay.
and command him to fall to his knees.
Put him back where he was. They can't move yet. Oh, he's the one that rolled a 2.
Okay, so
He has to roll a will save. Nope. He's down. He's on his knees.
okay.
That was a
Then-
warning. I'd suggest you do otherwise.
The one you cast on starts shaking. He's obviously frightened. But as he cannot move, he cannot flee. But he also cannot do anything else at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his turn's last.
Actually, I think he was the one I was trying to click when I got to the other one. But
Nope,
nope, it
he's a
is
2.
last.
I told you. The guy below him
Which one
is
is
the
that?
one that's either
Oh.
a 10 or a 7.
Okay, so okay, gotcha. Alright. So 10, I'm gonna say, is this one in the back that it's actually set on. I'll switch the 7 to the one up front. Or at least say that it is. Yeah, that one. So this guy back here is going to try to attack.
He's got to move first. And you got to count squares
Sure.
carefully because the map doesn't line up to the grid.
So that would be 10, that'd be 20, and that'd be 30, so he can move right there. There's
Actually,
still
on
3
this map, every
squares.
square is 20 feet.
Is that what it is?
It says it at the top of the map before you like cropped off the top.
Oh yeah, it did.
Ah, gotcha.
So we'd probably be closer anyway, so let's just say he was able to.
Yeah, because I can't really get it to go the way I need it to.
It's because you didn't do this
But
ahead of time.
I did a whole lot ahead of time, you shush. Plus, you know, figuring shit out. Suffice it to say, he walks around in front of his friend.
He can
and
walk through his friend
comes
even.
over. Oh, I don't think you could actually walk through his friend. That doesn't seem plausible.
You're in a
But
5x5 space. No one takes up that much space. So he can walk through the space.
through the space, but not through his friend.
You don't know
You
his
can push his
abilities.
friend out of the way. Anyway, so he's gonna attack me. Let's go.
Come at her, bitch.
Okay. I'm working on it. I'm trying to type in the attack.
While this guy's coming up to me and trying to attack me, my skin's gonna start cracking like porcelain, and all while he's attacking me, I'm gonna be smiling with a big smile. A big creepy grin.
You gotta
I
do
don't know why I did.
slash roll or slash R.
I had a blonde moment.
You're not blonde.
I've had my hair partially blonde.
Was it
Why are
natural
you
or
calling
dyed?
him 1d6?
You know you gotta roll
Now why
attack
is
first,
what?
right?
You gotta what?
Roll attack. See if he actually hits me.
It's
I don't
a
have his attack thing.
Then if it doesn't have a thing, then it's just a d20. No,
What's your
it
armor
doesn't
class?
hit me.
Okay. So he comes up to hit you. He takes his hoe and he goes to swing it. And you seem to slide just ever so slightly to one side, and it slams down on the ground beside you. Kind of almost getting lodged in there.
And Anna giggles as more of her flesh cracks.
His
creeptacular.
eyes grow wide.
By the way, you can move through the turn order thing, so it shows you who's actually going. There you go.
Better.
Mhm.
So his eyes bug out a little bit, but you can see he's still intent on trying to stop you. But as it is, he can't really do anything else at the moment. This one decides to walk in front of his friend. And up there. 1, 2. Okay, yeah, that'd still be just 25, so he's good. Alright. And then he decides to try to take a swing at you. Grab the space. Really?
And he also misses.
What's your armor class?
19.
Okay.
Her giggle starts to turn to laughter as these men try to attack her.
As this one misses, his rake gets stuck on the other man's hoe. And pulls it out of the ground so they have their weapons back, but doesn't really do much good for either one of them. Alright, this one is the one we're going to move this one for. This guy moves up, and he takes his sickle. No, not sickle. He's got like a tamping bar for tamping down earth. He goes to take a swing at you and misses. And it shakes his arms. Anything you'd like to do?
No.
You just go stand there and laugh?
Mm-hmm.
This guy comes over behind his friend and decides he wants to try throwing something at you. He wants to throw a trowel at your head because he's frustrated because his friends can't hit you for shit.
Is he proficient with a trowel?
Unfortunately, it misses and hits at your feet and sprays some dust up on your dress. And at this point, these guys are getting a little unnerved. Because this tiny thing is just sitting there laughing.
If I let go, what are the chances of it toppling? Like, are they going to be able to support it?
Considering technically it's supposed to be as long as 3 people are holding it, you're good.
Okay.
So,
So, I'm going to let go. And I'm going to cast... I'm going to take a 5-foot step backwards, theoretically. I'm going to cast Hold Person on this bitch. So you need to do a will save.
Nope.
No. He's paralyzed and freezes in place. He's aware and he breathes normally, but he cannot take any action. He cannot even talk. This lasts for 3 rounds. Each round on his turn, he can attempt a saving throw. This is a full round action, does not provoke attacks of opportunity, so I guess I didn't move. But it doesn't do things. Yeah, so he's paralyzed for 3 rounds.
okay.
And I just give a little smile.
So this guy, up in the corner, he decides to just run straight forward past his friend, over here to the side,
Can't.
and he... Why
You
not?
can't do that.
He's in combat.
Because the one at the top is in battle.
He has to roll acrobats to potentially get through.
Don't know why are you moving him?
Because this one accidentally got moved when I went to move this one back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so I was fixing it.
Totally not cheating.
No, not at all.
Come on, try and throw something at me again, bitch.
I'm gonna say with that, it's a decent enough acrobatics roll. He sneaks around and he kind of dodges this way around dude with the large metal tamper and gets over here. He's also gonna try to take his farm tool and damn it, notifications from
Oh yeah, the stream can
Discord.
conceal the chat messages that are popping up.
They can.
Yeah, because... Oh, maybe not. Oh, right, because it'll
No,
just
as
be that
long as
one
you got the
screen.
window capture on. Yeah, as long as it's the
right.
window capture, you're good.
No, they just get to hear the annoying dings.
Yeah. This one toe ends up going down under his own foot and tripping him, causing him a little bit of damage.
I don't think
Not,
that's not an...
I'm not saying it's a botch. I'm just saying it so he has a reason to run away because he's scared. AK, he's faking it a little bit. Basically, he's...
Tell us this! If people
Menace.
ask questions, don't answer them. We're meant to have as little information as possible.
You make me want to strangle you right now. Anyway, so after seeing his friends, one getting dragged down to his knees and the other not being able to move, he kind of messes up on purpose and pretends like he smacks his ankle with his hoe and decides to run away.
That one can't do anything because he's on his knees.
So this one, he's kind of unnerved, but he decides to go over here and try
He
throwing
can't.
it.
He can't.
That's the
That
one that
one's
he...
not the one you attacked.
It
This
is.
is no. This
that,
is
No, I told you that was the one, because I'm
no.
like, that's the
Oh
last
wait,
one
no.
that gets to go.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
I
never
did
mind.
this.
My apologies.
Manus did this.
Okay, my bad. I should have put a thing on there where he's immobiled. Okay, now I've got it marked so I don't forget. All right. So it's now Anna's turn again.
And he's no longer immobilized. Anna is gonna take out her Morning Star and thwack someone across the face with it. Probably not. Does this guy have an AC of 13 or higher?
14 or higher,
no.
13 would hit it.
Then he takes 3 damage from my little halfling club Morning Star thing.
Okay. He bolts off like a scalded dog. He runs as far as he can go. And that was your turn. So this guy decides to move in here and take a swing at you with his tamper. And he missed. And he's kind of scared too. He swung it down and it shook his arm. And he kind of just let it go. And
These
stood
guys are
there.
wimps.
So much for thugs.
They're intimidated by a small halfling girl.
A creepy halfling girl.
Whose skin is cracking, by the way.
Yeah. Cracking like porcelain.
Anyway. So then this one decides to try taking a throw of his trowel again. Because he's kind of afraid to get any closer.
He has a trowel still? He had multiple?
Hey, he's like
Yes.
Batman, he's got multiple trowels.
And he also missed again.
Oh, throwing into combat, by the way, is a -4.
Either way, it would have been not enough to hit, so
Yeah.
it would be your turn, Lyra.
Hmm. Ooh, I wonder if this could creep them out.
I'm the creepy one, you're the good cop.
Yeah, but I told you that's not how this is gonna work. But I see that your
Good
creep
cop, creepy
factor.
cop. What?
I see that your creep factor is spooking them, and let's just go with the trowel guy. I'm gonna use message and whisper into his head to run as fast as he can and get out of here. Casting message.
So basically she whispers into his ear from afar.
I point at him.
Run away.
Yep, I'm pointing at him, and with a creepy smile, trying to at least, run. Run as fast as you can.
Okay. He's gonna roll a will save to see if he can
It
fight it.
says that there's no saving throw.
No,
Yeah,
there
'cause
is no saving throw.
it's not a like thing, it's just a message. Like you just say something into someone's ear.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Like
scare him, so I guess that would
he
be
doesn't have to run. It's not like
no.
a command or anything, it's just she's creeping him out.
Yeah, so I guess I could roll intimidate. I could try rolling
Sure.
intimidate, and he can do whatever he has to do to counter that. I'm not sure what counters.
It's sense motive.
So then he would roll sense motive, and he can either be he doesn't have to do it, but it could still creep him out a lot. I'm
He
very
bolts like
intimidated.
a freaking scalded dog. It was this one, right?
The one throwing the trowels. I can't see which one this one is, but
He ran like a scalded dog.
yeah, she's just taking a page out of your book. Creepy axe working, she's gonna try it. Plus, she's very intimidating. Very short elven girl. I thought we killed him for a second. Like, what? We didn't touch him.
No, he didn't die. I was trying to take the little net off of him and I accidentally hit the X thinking that it would exit out. But no, it just puts an X across the character.
Yeah. But he's not dead.
No, he not dead. Alright. So, now, it's this guy's turn. He can finally move. And he had been dropped down to his knees by this little halfling, basically on a whim. So he pretty much decides he's gonna bolt.
Nah, fuck this, and leaves.
Pretty much.
Like, I can't be bothered to deal with this.
There's two guys still fighting us, but only one of them is on the turn order.
That's the guy she missed. That's who she decided was gonna be a 10.
Yeah. It was where I'd screwed up.
Oh, the 10 is the one that I have trapped.
That was the other 7, I believe, wasn't it?
You said he was a 10, but he was there. The icon that was a 7 you put as a 10 and a 7, you decided he was going to be a 10.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put the lower number back on that one.
Okay. Don't listen to me.
I mean, either way, it's Anna's turn again. Cause, well, no, he's stuck. So either way, he's stuck. So, Anna, it's your turn again.
Ooh, the possibilities. Anna's gonna command this guy to drop to his knees.
Which one?
The guy right in front of her.
Okay.
Damn.
He feels the pull, but doesn't quite get pulled down. But his eyes do grow wide, and he saw what you did to his friend. He's gonna nope out.
Oh, I was gonna slit his throat.
Anyway, now to this last guy, who's once again still stuck. This is, I think, the last turn he was stuck.
He can attempt a will
No.
save.
Slit this guy's throat.
He can attempt a will
Would you
save
stop
to get out.
trying to? Would you stop trying to attempt to throat slit villagers?
They
Will
attacked
save
you
and he
first.
can leave. Oh, he gets out. He's no longer paralyzed.
As I brandish a knife.
He looks down, sees the creepy thing with the cracking skin brandishing a knife, and realizes he can move. He nopes the fuck out, followed quickly by the leader of the thugs.
Isn't
Who
even
says-
mad that I was the one holding him in place. No love for the elf girl.
He just kind of looked over at this pointy knife and realized, oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay, wait. Oh shit, my legs moved. Okay, bye! And they take off running, followed by the other thugs and Gibbs. You are able to now proceed along. Would you like to take back up your section of the coffin?
Sure.
Okay, so you join back. And you guys finish your walk.
Like
over
nothing
to
ever
Father Grimberg
happened.
on his acolyte.
Oh, a giant.
No, a Kendra, not a giant. So, they've been defeated, they're gone.
Woo, we did the thing.
And Kendra, as angry as she was, just kind of stood there with her hands clenched. Because you guys did a good job. She didn't really need to step in.
No, because they're wimps.
So, I need to get another piece of paper to keep track of something.
Possibly our experience.
Possibly. Also something else, so.
Ooh.
Okay. So, since you guys managed to, not kill any of the thugs,
Much to Anna's chagrin.
you actually get rewarded for that. Your trust in the town goes up a little bit. Because you've shown that, you're not immediately going to murder people.
Well, I didn't have the. I'm just gonna go silent around them.
Anyway.
Just ragdoll.
Shit, Andy's home.
So, for a second there, I thought you should shit and he's home. And I was like, wait, what? And then I realized you said Andy's, and I was like, oh. So, you've defeated Gibbs and his gang. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so sorry that this happened. This was not supposed to happen. But thank you very much for helping. Kendra tells you.
Why did they think he was a necromancer?
I don't know. As soon as we're done here, we'll go to my house and I'll answer.
Alright.
And on top of you all being upset, as soon as Father Grimborough takes over for as far as for holding on to the corpse and doing the rest of the rites.
Well, that's creepy. He
He is
probably shouldn't
also
hold the corpse.
woman. You're a smart aleck, you know that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I gotta pick on you, especially with all the undead guys around.
True, true. Okay. So basically, Father Grimborough heard the fight, but couldn't really do much, because the way the town is, him and his acolytes they're not really able to do a whole lot as far as for, say for example, being able to step in. Their job is maintaining the cemetery.
Oh,
He does, however, being a friend of the sheriff, offer to say something to him if you choose, although the council members think that it could probably just be brushed off.
yes, brushed off.
Kind of like we want to brush their heads off.
So, anyway,
If we get the sheriff involved, when we eventually kill them, the sheriff will be like, "Oh shit, they're dead." I mean, what? Hi, I am Geralt. No, that's a different person.
I am Gail.
Okay.
Oh, you don't get that joke.
Oh.
I get it because of your whole girl talk thing from P. Because I've seen the jokes. So,
There's more.
anyway. Now, there's no further complications. Professor Lorimer goes down into the ground, and everyone basically starts to have, like, when you circle around the grave, and some people open up and talk about their lost loved ones. Kendra gives a short speech and recounts a couple times that her father was courageous and smart
I'm
and just
just,
things that he's done in his life.
I'm just playfully swinging my arms at this point. Like, yay, funeral.
You have no respect.
Yes.
She thanks everyone for being there, and she asks, would any of you like to come up and share a story of my father?
I was not asked to prepare this.
You're never asked to prepare to speak at a funeral. But if either of you wish to speak up and come up with something for your background.
Oh, I raised my hand.
Come on up, Anna. And she steps to the
I don't
side.
want to say anything. Can I just see the body? Can I touch it? Can I press his nose?
Boop.
No. You may
Oh.
not boop Dad's nose.
And I lower my hand.
She's not as offended as she should be.
She shakes her head and looks at the ground. Kind of like, how did Dad meet this girl again? So, when everybody's done speaking, you all go. Well, the others go their separate ways. The councilmen have things they have to do, and Zokrin has to get back to his tavern. Hi again.
I accidentally pressed the button.
And Zokrin has to get back to his tavern with his son. And Jaminda, who happens to be the apothecary, has to get back to her shop. So, you guys follow Kendra back to her father's house.
You're just laughing without context.
No, I'm not laughing without context. I'm laughing because.
As far as the stream's concerned, you are.
I thought I was meant to be the disrespectful one. You're laughing at funeral. God. So what's going on now?
We're following Kendra.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a picture of the actual house.
Preparation?
Well, I have other pictures that I can use. So.
Like I said, I'll show her how to work the maps later. Oh, there's two Kendras.
Yeah, there is.
Why are we using the big one and not the little one?
Because the big one was there just to show what she looked like.
She's able to cast grow
Enlarge.
person,
Yeah.
enlarge person.
How many times a day can you use command?
7.
Okay. So probably an oracle thing.
Spells a day.
Oh, and you don't have to prepare them?
No.
Oh.
Oracles are spontaneous casters.
I've never done that. I need to do one of those.
You've never played a spontaneous caster?
Nope. Oh, 2 witches and, and 2 clerics.
Yeah. You need to play a spontaneous caster. They're complicated. You have to decide what spells you want to use. Whereas the others get to choose whatever spells they want.
What are druids? Are druids spontaneous?
They're both. They're preparation casters, but also they can spontaneously cast Summon Nature's Ally.
Because druid was my other option
so
for
you don't
this.
need to prepare that.
Okay. So, Lorimer Place is actually this one right here. I don't want the middle color.
One square of this is 50 feet.
You know, you could
One square of this
long pressed it. Well, what'd you roll for?
Regardless, there is. Why did somebody move Kendra?
You're the only one that can.
Move Kendra.
Okay. Anyway, so you are going here for the reading of Lorimer's will.
Ooh.
I hope we get something good.
Can I have his body? I mean,
You're being a little too creepy, love.
Yeah, it's fine.
thank you. That's what he said. You are his daughter.
Mary,
So,
Mary was flying around over head over this, but now she's on my shoulder.
Councilman Bashane will be around in roughly an hour to read the will. Do you guys have any questions at this particular moment for your host?
Slowly raises his hand.
It's about Dad's corpse. I don't want to hear it.
Slowly lowers hands.
Why did those thugs think he was practicing necromancy?
It might have something to do with his research and what he's doing and delving into.
Necromancy?
No, actually, as far as I know, my father never delved into.
Why not? Necromancy's fun.
Shush it, doll.
You're creepy. Anyway, no, he was studying a group called the Whispering Way,
Ooh, mysterious.
and I believe they were into necromancy.
See, they're fun.
She looks at you and shakes her head. Kind of confused, because you seem to be very strange.
Yes,
Seem to be.
that's what her father thought too.
That's the only question I can think to
Anyway.
ask.
Alright,
How
let's...
did he die?
Good question. Good question. Clap,
He
clap, clap.
was... That's actually a very good question, both of you. Anyway, he passed away 17 days ago. He was over at Harrowstone and was crushed by crushed by a gargoyle that fell off of the
Gargoyles,
top.
don't they attack evil?
No, like a stone
It's a
gargoyle.
yes, a stone gargoyle.
That means the body will be mangled. Can I see it, please? I'll pay you.
Stone gargoyles protect against evil guys.
Unfortunately, for you, since you seem to be into the job, he was taken care of with a spell known as Gentle Repose, which makes
Aww.
him look all nice again. So, sorry. That and he's kind of already in the ground. Father Grimborough might not like us again. And I don't think I'd like to exhume my father just to take a look at him.
You're no fun.
If you had a reason, maybe. But Dad got squished by a gargoyle at Harrowstone.
I'm sorry, my jacket's over there. But you see, gargoyles protect against
Do you
evil
know
spirits.
this, or does your character know this?
You know
Go.
what?
I don't know if
I
my
missed.
character knows this. I know
Then
this.
she'd have to roll a knowledge check.
That would be knowledge religion.
Would
To
it?
see, yeah, because it's a religious thing. Gargoyles protecting against evil spirits.
Okay.
Can I roll it?
Sure.
Oh wait, I can't roll it. Never mind. Ignore that.
Do you not have a rank?
No.
I do.
I rolled a good roll, but I can't use it.
Aww.
That's what I got. Oh, I wish I'd had a
no,
rank.
like, meh.
That had one rank.
Anyway, so Councilman Bashane shows up. And you all are sitting in Kendra's study of the home her and her father have lived in for the last 15 years. He pulls up a chair and pulls out a scroll case. Very fine, very nice. You can tell that the professor had definitely been wealthy throughout his years. He didn't spare an expense on his scroll case, and his seal is shown to you to be unbroken.
Ooh.
So it is legitimately his will.
But someone
If
could
we
have
were
forged
named,
it.
if we were named in his will to come here and we're just opening his unbroken sealed will now,
How did they know we were in the will? Good point.
yeah.
Because Father told me.
Okay.
We'll accept that.
Father asked me to bring you and told me that there was something for you, and what is in it, I don't know. I just know that he said for you to be here for his will to be read. Go ahead, Councilman. Pops the seal on the scroll case, pulls out the scroll, and spreads it out. I, Petros Lorimer. Fuck off. This is the councilman, alright? Shush.
Mhm.
Being of sound mind, do hereby commit to this parchment my last will and testament. Let it be known that, with the exception of the specific details below, I leave my home and personal belongings entire to my daughter Kendra. Use
Aw.
them or sell them as you see fit, my child. Yet beyond bequeathing my personal effects, this document must serve other needs. I have arranged for the reading of this document to be delayed until all principals can be in attendance, for I have more than mere inheritance to apportion. I have two final favors to ask. To my old friends, Lyra and Anna, I hate to impose upon you all, but there are few others who are capable of appreciating the true significance of what it is I have to ask. As some of you know, I have devoted many of my studies to all manner of evil, that I might know the enemy and inform those better positioned to stand against it. For knowledge of one's enemy is the surest path to victory over its plans. And
Yeah.
so, over the course of my lifetime, I have seen fit to acquire a significant collection of valuable but dangerous tomes, any one of which, in the wrong circumstances, could have led to an awkward legal situation. While the majority of these tomes remain safe under lock and key at the Lepidstadt University, I fear that a few I have borrowed remain in a trunk in my Ravengrow home. While invaluable for my work in life, in death I would prefer not to burden my daughter with the darker side of my profession, or worse still, the danger of possessing these tomes herself. As such, I am entrusting my chest of tomes to you, posthumously. I ask that you please deliver the collection to my colleagues at the University of Lepidstadt, who will put them to good use for the betterment of the cause. Yet, before you leave for Lepidstadt, there is the matter of another favor. Please, delay your journey 1 month and spend that period of time here in Ravengrow to ensure my daughter is safe and sound. She has no one to count on now that I'm gone, and if you would aid her in setting things in order for whatever she does or whatever she desires over the course of this month, you would have my eternal gratitude. From my savings, I have also willed to each of you a sum of 100 platinum coins.
Ooh.
For safekeeping, I have left these funds with Embrith Daramid, one of my most trusted friends in Lepidstead. She has been instructed to issue this payment upon the safe delivery home no sooner than 1 month after the date of this will. I, Petros Lorimer, hereby sign this will in Ravengrow on this first day of Calistril in the year 4711. Will that be all you need from me, Miss Kendra? I think so, yes. Thank you, Councilman. And he proceeds to leave, leaving you guys to talk with your host and discuss the will that has been read to you. Literally, all you have to do is deliver books, and you get paid.
But we gotta wait a
But
month. But
it's
no,
to help Kendra.
but this person's not gonna know what we did in that month. Like, we don't have to stay and help if we really don't want to.
You're the good one.
No, I'm chaotic neutral. I think.
Oh, but
Wait, what am
you
I?
said
Yep.
you're chaotic good.
Nope, I changed it back to chaotic neutral.
Oh. We can be friends now. Okay.
I told you that. I was like, yeah, I don't really want to be this. So you're like, be this. I'm like, cool.
Okay. So, you guys can be friends. That's been established.
So you
Anyway.
need help.
That would be wonderful. Putting on a brave face, Kendra again thanks you for coming and says, okay, thank you very much, both of you, for being here. And as far as for the house, it's going to take me a while to decide if I want to sell or stay or what I'm going to do. But obviously, Father wanted you to help me, and you are both more than welcome to stay here for the month if you choose to. Also, you are more than welcome to help yourselves. Anything you need. Basically free room and board. You're good. And if you guys will excuse me for just... And she steps out of the room and walks away for a few minutes to go collect the chest of tomes.
So we get to study these tomes, right? The evil books.
Or we could take her head and leave with the tomes.
You see, that would be a little bit messy and wouldn't really serve any good purpose, seeing as how we could easily just find those thugs again and take their heads instead.
But she's right here.
Yeah, but she hasn't done anything. She's alone. Just let her
She
live
hasn't
in
shown
luxury.
she can defend herself yet.
Just let her live in. Do you think the other guys could defend themselves?
They at least had weapons. She
They
has
couldn't
this.
hit.
FYI, by the way, she's magically inclined like her
You're
wizard.
not meant to tell us this.
That would
But
be common knowledge since you both worked with her father there. So,
anyway, so
You don't know what she's capable of. Let's just not. We can read the evil books when she brings them down.
yes.
But we cannot kill her.
Yet.
No.
Maybe?
No.
I just love how y'all are trying to talk about killing your only.
No, I was talking about not killing her. Thank you very much.
Anyway, as she comes back, she's holding in her hands a relatively small object made of oak and iron, and she sits it down on the desk. And you can see her hands are shaking a little bit.
Because it's heavy or
Here,
because she's scared?
she's
could roll-
nervous about them.
Okay. If I could roll
She's
sense motive or
obviously
whatever.
nervous about them.
Okay.
I'm gonna read them like there's no tomorrow.
She sits down the box and takes a quick step away before reaching around her neck and grabbing a key. She hands the key over and gives you guys the honor of opening the chest.
I reach over and take the key, and since I'm taller, I can reach it before she can.
The key fits the lock perfectly, and within are several old tomes and one relatively new one. The newest tome sits on the top and bears the phrase, "Read me now!"
Okay.
scratched into the leather cover. This book is Petros Lorimer's journal and is detailed in the next. Yeah. Sorry. This is Petros Lorimer's journal. Now, if you go to handouts, you are actually able to see
The recent timeline.
I'm fixing it. Look at Mysterious Note.
Ooh.
I'm going to switch that to Petros' journal entries, but
Oh, I hate these. I can never read these.
Well, I can always read
that's
them.
alright, I can read them out. Or that too.
You want me to read it? Yep. Do you want me to read them?
That is up to you.
Well, this is a very oddly kept journal. 10 years ago.
These. One second before you get there. As you go through the journal, you notice that there are several entries that are circled in red. That's these entries here. Basically, the rest of it's just a normal journal, but these are circled. These, and you notice that Kendra said her father died 17 days ago, as listed. That's when his last entry was.
Mm.
So, now you can go ahead and read the.
Okay. 10 years ago. The Whispering Way is more than just a cabal of necromancers. I see that now. Underneath is their fountain of youth. Uncovering their motivation does not place me at ease as I thought it might. Their desire to be eternal simply makes them more dangerous. 2 months ago. It is as I had feared. The Way is interested in something here in... What's this place called again? Revizuro?
Riverdale.
Ravengrove?
What?
That does not look like
No.
Ravengrove. But what could it
Riverdale.
be?
Yeah, it's
Riverdale.
Ravengrove.
1 month ago. Whatever the Way seeks, I am now convinced their goal is connected to Harrowstone. In retrospect, I suppose it all makes sense. The stories they tell about the ruin in town are certainly chilling enough. It may be time to investigate the ruins, and with that everyone in town already being so worked up about them, I'd rather not let the others know about my curiosity. There's plenty of folks hereabouts who already think I'm a demonologist or a witch or something. Ignorant fools. 20 days ago, it is confirmed the Way seems quite interested in something. No, strike that. Someone who was held in Heronstone. But who, specifically, is the way after? I need a list of everyone who died in the night of the fire. Everyone. The Temple of Pharasma must have such a list. 18 days ago? I see now just how ill-prepared I was when I last set out for the Harrowstone. I am lucky to have returned at all. The ghosts, if indeed they were ghosts, for I did not find it prudent to investigate further, prevented me from transcribing the strange symbols I found etched along the foundation. Hopefully on my next visit I will be more prepared. Thankfully the necessary tools to defend against spirits are already here in Ravengrove. I know that the Church of Pharasma used to store them in the false crypt in the Restlands at the intersection between Eversleep and the Black Path. I am not certain if the current clergy even know what their predecessors have hidden down below. If luck holds, I should be able to slip in and out with a few borrowed items. 17 days ago. Tomorrow evening I return to the prison. It is imperative the wait is not finished. My caution has already cost me too much time. I am not sure what will happen if I am too late, but if my theory is right, the entire town could be at risk. I don't know I don't have time to update my will, so I'll leave them in the chest where it'll be sure to be found, should the worst come to pass. It's a lot more than I initially thought it was.
Okay. So would you two like to discuss this before we go into the other tomes?
Nah.
Well, we need to go figure out what's in that crypt. Maybe get the immortality before the other guys do. Hey.
That would be fun.
There we go. I piqued his interest.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Piqued her.
there are other tomes in the box, the chest.
All good things.
One of
All good
which
things.
happens to be this. This is the Manual of the Order of the Palatine.
Mine.
Quit moving
Mine.
it.
Mine.
The rich purple cover contains a brass scarab set with a single eye in the center. The book's covers are rimmed in polished steel and clasped with a small but intricate lock, the keyhole of which appears to be for a key with a strange triangular shaft. Key is nowhere to be found.
Can I break the lock? No, we'll worry about
It is
that later.
possible.
We'll worry about that later.
In case you didn't hear me before, I said dibs, so this is mine.
You
Keep
still
in
gotta
mind
share.
that this is worth 100 platinum pieces each if you return it where you
Yeah, we gotta return everything or we don't get paid. But
Well,
that doesn't mean we
if
can't
you
read
don't
it.
find the key. That's what I was about to say.
We'll find a lockpick and we'll pick the lock. Don't worry about it. Or we'll go to the shop and buy one. That's fine.
I don't have any ranks in disabled device.
Oh, I do. Do I? I think I do. Or is it use device? Let me look. Let's
If you have
use magic
disabled
device. Use
there's
magic
a check
device.
for that.
I don't have it.
Don't have any ranks in it.
So the other tomes comprise the books of dangerous lore mentioned in his will. 3 of these have notes tucked into them that they should be indicating they should be delivered to one Montagny Crowell, a professor of antiquities at Lepidstadt University. The 4th, the Manual of the Order of the Palatine Eye, is a note indicating it should be delivered to Embrith Daramid, a judge at Lepidstadt Courthouse. The note does ask you to be discreet and gives you the address of Embra's home so you can take it there instead of to the courthouse.
I wonder if he has a key.
Gee.
I wonder if she has a key.
I forgot to update my health, so I'm doing that now.
Good job.
Smooth move, X likes. Anyway, the other 3 tomes, other than the Manual of the Order, are On Verified Madness, which is a jet black book, and it's a treatise on aberrations and other entities found on Galarian that possess remote ties to the Dark Tapestry, the
Ooh.
name given to the dark places between the stars and the night sky.
Where the great old ones live.
Serving your hunger, this text is a copy of one of several unholy books sacred to the goddess Urgathoa.
Is it about
Farmers'
cannibalism?
notations liberally it doesn't say.
Well, it sounded like
Farmers'
a cookbook.
notations liberally sprinkle the margins. The Umbral Leaves. This lexicon is a translation into Common of Zon Kuthan.
Ooh.
I don't know. I said ooh because I don't get it.
Translation into Common of Zan Kathan.
Sure.
Anyway, so those are currently at your disposal. Now,
I looked up at Kendra and asked if she knows where the key is for the Manual of the Order of the Palatine Eye.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Trapped.
I don't know where Father could have put it.
Do you have any lock-picking devices around?
No.
Oh.
I typically have a key for everything I need to open, so...
Yeah, but what's the fun in that? I say being unable to use them.
As far as for what Dad's journal said, about, Harrowstone and Whispering Way and everything, if you guys want to look more into that, I'm sure there's a few places that you can search. Matter of fact, let's see, I have the library here, which you can use our library regardless, and that's fine. Ravengrove Town Hall actually has some books and records, but I don't know how well they take to newcomers, so they might be iffy about letting you take a look at their records.
That's fine. We're very charming. With a smile.
There's also the Temple of Pharasma that Dad mentioned, which is Father Grimborough's baby. He's worked for the temple for years, and they have extensive notes on the town history, and honestly, it's the best site for doing any kind of research. And then there's there's Elendrew's shop, and his shop, the Unfurling Scrolls, the combination schoolhouse and magic item shop.
Ooh.
That would probably be a good place to research a little bit too. But I know when Dad used to try to talk to him about the Whisper, he would get it. So I don't think that would be a good place to look for that.
I have my ways.
Be nice.
I don't think he knows anything about them to be.
If he didn't know anything about them, he wouldn't have any problem telling him that.
We also need to go back to the graveyard and go to that place.
And touch the body.
No, the false crypt. There is no body because it's a false crypt. I'm sure that once we get going, you'll be able to touch a lot of bodies. Dead or alive. Up to you.
The dead ones are fun.
Oh,
Live ones
Lord.
can be fun too.
Only when they scream.
Many different kinds of screaming, my friend. We've creeped out the
Okay.
DM.
Slightly. So you're saying that what you want to do. What do you want to do for your next course of action? You want to research any of the things that you've been knowledge about? Do you want to immediately go for the crypt? Do you want to? What do you want to do?
It's a magic shop.
Okay, we can go to the magic shop. To the magic shop we go.
Okay. I'm figuring out exactly which dot is the magic shop. Okay, that would be. Where is it? Right. I need to go. Where? Dang it. I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. Right there.
Oh, right where? Yeah. Up here.
Yes. L.
L is for the way you look at me. She is unamused.
Actually, I was slightly amused. I think Manus was. Okay, so L is the unfurling scroll. As you go on your path to the unfurling scroll, you don't seem to really run across a whole lot of people.
That's fine.
You do see a little dog.
Puppy!
Yes.
I'm gonna be careful around the puppy because I don't know if puppy wants to eat Murray. Mary? I don't know how to say her name.
The puppy doesn't want to eat your bird.
You don't know. And she's an
I do know.
owl. Get it right.
She's still a bird.
She's an owl. She's majestic.
As you
She
go
looks
through,
tasty.
Shut up. Well, this is how you spell her name. I don't know how to say it. Mary? I'm going with Mary.
as you go through the town square,
Circle.
it's called the town square.
Down circle.
Murder circle. Anyway,
Murder. Wait, don't give Anna any ideas.
you meet Old River, who is the town's dog, and Old River happens to be. Go away.
Happens to be go away.
No, I was saying that to something on my computer that I have.
The dog?
No, not the dog.
Oh,
The dog is there because he likes to play around children.
can we eat it?
No.
No.
You don't even have to say no. I'm saying no.
Like, really? Why would you want to eat the dog?
Just because you're evil doesn't mean you can't like cute things.
Oh, she loves it. It looks adorable. But it also looks tasty. Like,
Maybe you look tasty. Maybe we should eat you.
oh, she's delicious. Halfling meat, mwah. Magnifique.
You make it sound like you've eaten a lot of halflings. And have eaten other stuff
Sound
to
like I've
compare it
not.
to.
Anyway,
I don't think Miria likes you. You creep.
as you go past the town square,
Hello,
you
puppy.
notice a group of little girls dressed in shawls and dresses, all not really bothering anybody. They're sitting there with a rope and skipping it, and they're singing a little skipping song.
Ooh.
And they keep alternating out, so each girl does 2 lines of like kind of like a Mary Mac kind of thing. And they're doing pretty well. Not that one. As you get close enough to be in earshot, you can hear them singing. Put her body on the bed, take a knife and lop her head. Watch the blood come out the pipe, feeds the stirge so nice and ripe. Drops of red so sparkly bright, splatters spell her name just right. With a hammer killed his wife, now he wants to claim your life. Tricksy father tells a lie, listen close or you will die. As they keep repeating this over and over as they're skipping and dancing.
So better than the one I typed.
Much.
Hannah's clapping along because it's a very happy song.
It is. I was dancing.
The little girls turn and notice you, and all of a sudden the rope drops. Because
We could-
you crashed, you okay?
Yeah, I just came back.
Like,
My internet crashed.
mm,
So the stream went down for a second, but it should be back.
okay.
So I missed a bunch of stuff.
What did you miss?
Manus interrupting you when you're trying to describe the girls. Like they dropped the rope and we're like,
Okay.
"Oh, can we join?"
Okay, I didn't hear the ooh, can we join? But basically the girls kind of group up and get nervous. Because this town is basically not really friendly with outsiders, but at the same time curious about them, if that makes any sense. They're kind of scared. So the girls all group up, and I allowed Menace to do a diplomacy check to see if he could calm them down, which has succeeded. Being the halfling, he actually would have gotten a bonus to that anyway.
Can I cast
Um,
Dancing Light to try and like entertain them? Or that squeeze them out instead?
I don't know on that one. I know right now they are they are
Or
no
what?
longer scared. They are no longer scared because your diplomacy check has succeeded.
Oh.
So you now can talk to the kids if you'd like about the rhyme that they were.
That was an awfully cool rhyme you guys were singing. Where'd you learn that?
It's just something we've always been taught. Like
Who taught
it's
it?
just always been that way. Mommy,
Okay.
Mommy said her and her friends used to sing the same song.
It's a really cool song.
Yeah, it's supposed to have been around forever.
And Mommy didn't ever
Oh.
explain it?
No, not really.
Maybe when you go home later, you can ask her about it. And if you find out, you can tell us about it. Because it's a really cool song, so I kind of want to know where it comes from.
Maybe.
I give her a big old smile.
She gives you a smile back, and she grabs the rope. This little girl's name is Joanne.
Oh yeah, we forgot to ask her
And
name.
Joanne grabs the rope and kind of looks around at the other girls. And she can kind of tell that she looks like the leader. Do you guys want to play?
It's been a long time since I skipped rope, but I'm certainly willing to give it a shot.
What about you? Is he still with us?
Whoa, that was loud.
That was kind of loud. I was asking Joanne, the little leader, if you wanted to play too.
I'd love to play.
No killing the kids. So they grab up the rope and start turning it again. And they ask, do you guys want to go first, or do you want one of us to, or?
I'll go first.
Okay. So they start turning the rope for you. And the girls on either end, since they know you guys do the song, start singing the song, alternating and taking turns. Put her body on the bed, take a knife and lock her head. Watch the blood come out the pipe, beats the dirt so nice and red. Drops of red so sparkly bright, splatter spell her name just right. With the hammer killed his wife, now he wants to claim your life. Tricksy father tells a lie, listen closer you will die. As they sing and allow you to jump.
Wait, what was that sentence last line?
Tricksy father tells a lie, listen closer, you will die.
Good job.
I just want to make sure I was
Ooh,
hearing it
sorry.
right. Because the tricksy father could be relevant to something.
Could all be relevant. You never know.
Sure.
As you guys are sitting there jumping rope,
I figured we'd have to roll something to see if we didn't fumble on our faces. I'm a little disappointed.
I don't know if y'all have anything in acrobatics.
We can still roll it.
If you'd like to.
My little legs. No.
I'm great at
Oh,
it.
fuck you and your normal sized legs.
Hey, no, I'm short for an elf.
For an elf.
I'm a very
Means you're
small.
normal
I'm the
for a
smallest
person.
elf I can be.
And you be the best small elf you can be.
I'm still short by human standards. Not short, but not tall.
You're still taller than a halfling.
Yeah. You have more
Which
of a
I think
bonus on
are...
that than I do. Your legs get tripped up a couple times. I'm just having a blast.
So the little halfling that wanted to go first jumps into the rope and starts to jump and trips and stumbles out of the ropes. Doesn't get hurt, just kind of trips and falls out of the ropes. But after a little while of playing with the girls, you hear Joanna, Sabeth, Cece, where? Gertrude, get home, now!
That's a lot of names.
The kids say, there was 5 little girls there.
Shh. That's okay.
So these 5 little girls actually seem to like you. And so they look at you and say, maybe we can play some more later?
I sure hope so. don't forget to ask about the song, okay?
Sure. So
Little
they jump up and
wave,
down, and they scatter,
finger waggle with a
waving at you
smile.
as they go.
I like them. They're nice. If we were full-grown big men, that would have been a creepy situation. But because we're two small girls, it works.
For befriending the children, the town likes you just a little bit more.
Is that the right response?
Yes, actually it is. You get a
I mean,
trust point for befriending the children.
I understand, but not just. Is it not her?
Anyway,
like I said, be glad we're small women.
so you're going to
L.
go. Yes, you're going to the unfurling scroll. The unfurling scroll is a combination schoolhouse and magic item shop ran by Alan Drew Gorovin. And his little library actually gives you a little bit of a bonus. Gives you a bonus on knowledge checks to Harrowstone. So as you go in, Alan Drew is behind his desk, or behind his counter, and not really doing a whole lot, just kind of sticking around, cleaning and working. He says, "Welcome, you new?
Hey.
Why you shy?"
Who's speaking to us?
Alan Drew. He's kind of a gruff man.
I forgot where we are.
Wow.
We're supposed to
Yes,
go into
I
the
totally
magic
know
shop.
what L is.
You are at the Unfurling Scroll, the magic shop.
That's where we were. Why does this guy sound dumb if he's in a magic shop?
It's not dumb, it's just he coming up with accents off the top of my head, because I haven't had to speak as these characters yet. Sucks.
Okay.
Why are you so shy, elf girl?
Yeah, that is definitely not a magic shop voice. Anyway.
Because
Alright then.
strangers?
Why are you so
That
shy, elf
works.
girl?
Because
That works.
because
We'll
Okay,
bring
stranger
a
well-
danger?
Carrion.
Alas, I believe you're the stranger here, not me.
He walked into his shop, so like, you know.
I just wasn't expecting a big old gruff guy to be the owner, the shop
Accurate.
owner.
Accurate point, tiny lass.
Tiny lass, that's math.
I thought you might appreciate that.
No,
'Cause
he's
now you are
offended
the
by
tiny
it.
lass. So what brings you into my shop?
Magic.
Well, I sell a ton of it.
Such as.
Now I have to
And
go back
now we
to.
wait.
That's because I have to go back to the page that tells exactly what I'm selling. The hell was that? I don't know what I just heard.
Oh,
Anyway,
I assume it came from Manus then, because I don't know what it was either.
Huh?
I don't know. That was a
I
weird
have
noise.
That didn't make any noises.
I have a bunch of scrolls. Most of these are 1st through 3rd level scrolls.
Aww.
I also have this Wand of Cat's Grace with 13 charges.
You didn't
This
tell me what the scrolls were of, though.
1,000 gold points, take your pick. Anything that or less. He's
Okay.
got it. Got this Wand of Slow. It's got 6 charges on it. And
Six charges.
These are used ones, sir.
Are you selling us used goods?
people sell them to me. I turn around and sell them back.
What are you selling these for?
Myself.
For
I
money.
bought them off others.
What are you selling these for? Price.
That was my ear.
Right.
I'll have to look up the price. Give me
What
a
are you
moment.
selling these for? Myself.
You should advertise that this is a used magic store.
Did I put new on the sign? No.
No, but it's still implied that you're
Good
not selling
point.
used goods.
Unfurling scroll. Most unfurling scrolls are not brand new.
Are you sure?
They're unfurled because someone is currently using them, but before that they were new. Scrolls are one-time use magical items, meaning that your name means nothing.
The scrolls are one thing, and I've made scrolls as I worked as a wizard for years, and I have purchased scrolls. I also teach occasionally.
But you haven't used scrolls.
There is no such thing as used scrolls when someone's
Exactly.
gone.
Exactly, that's my point.
That doesn't mean that I buy all new wands.
So, what are you selling these used, broken, destroyed, disgusting wands for?
What's the Pathfinder site?
D20
One
PFS already.
If you're going to get the prices straight from there, that is way too expensive for a 6-charge wand.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a base price, thank you.
The base price is for a level 1 spell is 750, but that's for 50 charges. The guide should have a thing if they're sellable.
It doesn't say that for that particular one.
It should, otherwise they expect us not to buy it.
I cast Detect Magic in the shop.
I wonder what you'll find.
Magic? I mean, it's a magic shop.
Yeah, but sometimes magic shops are like, this thing's magic, here, get these boots of make you fast. And then it's like, wow, these boots make me fast. And it's like, haha, you are wrong. Placebo.
The
No,
placebo
there are
effect.
no placebos. It is all genuine.
For now. Is there like a back room?
And by the way, these are low-priced magical items. Just
Is there a back room?
no, there's not really a back room, but there is this display case over here with a couple expensive things.
Why wouldn't there be a back room? Everywhere has a back room.
Because my back room is my bathroom, okay?
Is there a room that isn't the shop that has storage in it that had blocks line of sight for us?
Why?
Are you gonna answer the question, or like what's going on
Why
here?
do you want to know?
So like the question, is it going to be answered, or like what's going on?
Why do you want to know?
That's for me to know and you to answer the question.
And by the way, the wands, the 13 charge one, 15 gold pieces. The 6 charge one is 10. And in my case over here, I have this flesh golem manual.
What
Flesh Golem manual.
the fuck?
Yes. It's a book, of course. It's more pricey.
So is there a back room?
How many times do I have to tell you no?
You didn't tell me no. You said that your back room is a bathroom
Because
and that
that's
there's
all
a
it
display
is.
case.
My flesh golem manual is 88,000 gold, or nah,
Whoa.
8,000 gold pieces.
No, thank you, sir.
Do you have a sleep wand? Did you say you had a sleep wand?
I do have a sleep
I have
wand.
a wand of slow.
No, not you.
I do.
So, you want to rob a wizard?
I'd have to sneakily cast it, and I'm not sure if that'd be stealth or sleight of hand. And I don't have sleight of hand.
I cast Ghost Noise to make him look somewhere else, preferably a back room.
Is that what you
And
were asking?
yes, I was. Investigate the noise.
Oh, fuck, what the hell was that? Starts walking off towards the bathroom where it sounds like something has mysteriously fallen off of his medicine cabinet and into his sink.
Yes,
And
because they have medicine cabinets and sinks in the medieval days. Anyway, so
I use my
You have
sleep
wash
wand.
basins?
yes, wash basins. Okay, brandish your wand, and what in here looks useful? That slow wand, yoink.
I've cast sleep on the guy. He gets a will save.
Will save or he's out.
I hope she rolls bad.
So do I. I remember Phil telling us to never rob a wizard because they'll just one hit kill you. So like,
I've never heard that. Why are we doing that? Oh my god. We're bad people.
yeah, we are.
You guys are a pain in my butt.
That's my job.
Just remember, I'm not doing it, technically. But I am. Because I'm the one casting it. You know, save you some trouble. Is he above level 4?
Give me a second because I don't have that open at the moment.
Oh wait, maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah. If he's higher than level 4, then it doesn't do anything.
Well, his level says male human expert 1/wizard
Slash wizard what?
5.
don't know what that means.
He's a level 5 wizard.
That's unfortunate. So this does nothing to him.
How?
A sleep spell causes a magical slumber to come upon 4 HD of creatures. HD that are not sufficient to affect a creature are wasted. So doesn't that mean it won't affect them?
1 second.
I could be making this up and it might actually work, I don't know. But if you want to roll the will save, let's see, I was looking up anyway. Oh, he did not make it.
Okay, HD. General level and power skill. As a creature gains levels, it gains additional hit dice.
Yeah, but just does that help on will saves?
It doesn't work.
Oh. He does not sleep.
As he comes back out of the bathroom from picking up nothing.
My wand was
because-
already back in my pocket. Because I assumed it worked.
Either way, he comes back out of the bathroom, scratching his head. What the hell was that?
Maybe you have ghosts.
He looks at you and his eyes widen a little bit. Yeah, that's probably the smartest thing either of you have said.
Strange shit is meant to be happening around me.
But no one knows that.
Am I within 25 plus 15? Am I within 40 feet of his bathroom?
Well, yeah.
I cast Mage Hand on anything that's in there and flash it and slap it off to fall to the ground.
You are just intent on keeping him in the bathroom. That's the one I was looking for. I need to look at my notes. Alright. So, I would be highly advised for you, by the way, not to drop.
Not to what?
Drop anything. I'm just rereading his curse.
Uh-oh.
And then he drops, lands 10 feet away in a random direction.
Oh, right, Manus's thing.
Yeah, my curse.
I thought you were talking about the
Yeah.
wizards. I'm like, why are you telling us this? No. Okay.
No.
But that's Manus, not me.
No. Yeah, that was Manus, not Ellender. God damn it, what the hell was that? And he stomps back into the bathroom.
Did you swipe anything else while he was doing that? So did you swipe anything else when you sent him back there?
What do you mean, swipe anything else?
I figured you sent him back there to steal more stuff.
Yeah, but does he have any more stuff to steal? What else did he have?
A bunch of scrolls and 2 wands. I hope you wrote those down because I did not.
He had a wand of Cat's Grace, a wand of Slow.
Oh yeah, I stole the one to slow.
Was that the 6 charges?
Oh wait, actually, sorry, those are 2 of his current highest price.
Oh.
I had misread that, so he's selling those for extremely high. Anyway.
Good thing I stole it then.
So you got a wand of slow. How many charges was on that one?
The Cat's Grace had 13 and the Slow had 6, but I don't know which one he stole.
They're slow.
So, he picks up the apothecary wash basin and put it back up on his sink and comes back out. Are you lasses gonna drink or buy anything, or are you wanting to?
Potions. Do you have potions? Potions are useful. I like potions. Potions are good.
Jaminda has potions, I don't.
And that is?
The apothecary?
Why would a magic shop not sell potions?
Because there's
Because I
apothecary.
deal in the scrolls. Exactly. Why would I take Jaminda's business? That's bad business.
Or it's good business for you since you can run her out of business.
I teach as well. I don't have time. It.
By the way, neither
If you
of us
want
have
to,
the spell in our list.
you're a jerk, by the way.
He doesn't know we've done it. And I've done nothing. I'm innocent.
Yet.
I'm innocent in all of this.
Anyway,
What else does he have other than scrolls?
scrolls, a library that you could use to research needed.
Ooh.
Um,
Do you have any books on necromancy or cults? Or necromantic cult?
no. However, if you want to look into anything about the prison, I do have some books on that.
The prison?
The prison?
Harrowstone. It was what made this place famous.
Oh, Hairstone's the prison.
You know you live in a bad place when you're famous for a prison. Continue, tell us about this prison.
Well, it burned down about 50 years ago.
Ooh.
And it killed all the rest of the inmates that were there.
Yay.
No,
Killed
not
the
yay.
guards. Killed the guards. Killed the warden. Don't even know why his wife was there, but apparently she died too. It was pretty bad. And strange things have been really happening around town. So
Oh, this sounds lovely.
it seems like the whole town is haunted.
Oh, that's just like... Actually, you'll have to figure that out on your own. Anyway, speaking of haunted, what's that in your bathroom? Mage hands something to knock over.
He rolls his eyes and kind of looks at you. You're gonna be trouble, aren't you?
Very much so, yes.
If you want to look into my books and find out more about, you can look at them, but it costs 10 gold pieces. Use my library.
What's that over there? And while he looks, I make my hair block.
Huh? He startles like he was half asleep when he looks back and sees you now have, and kind of does a multiple blanks. Was your hair always blonde last?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
Alright, kid. Either pay me 10 gold pieces and go look at the get out.
Can I diplomacy with him to pay him 5 instead?
Ooh, you're gonna barter.
To bar. Yeah, I want them.
5 might be a little low, but you might be able to get down to like 7.
5 is half price.
Yeah, half price is
I'm
a
pretty
lot.
pretty sure you'd rather want us gone. So like, maybe if we pay you 5.
We'd be out of here quicker.
It's 10. Flat price.
Didn't even let me roll anything. That's weird.
That's because you have to, unless the town decides. Yeah, no.
Unless the town what?
Likes you totally. Like, unless we like you enough for me to decide not to charge you, you gotta pay 10. You're outsiders. I don't know you. I gotta fill my coffer.
So that's 5 apiece, right?
I mean, it could be. Just need 10.
Okay.
We each give him 5 gold pieces.
Nope.
No, you don't?
Nope.
I thought you said okay because we were gonna use the library.
Yeah.
I take it you're gonna make her pay the whole 10.
No. Although she does have more money than me.
Not a lot more.
You're like 100 more.
I don't know. I'm just gonna. What's your plan?
Just pay or get out.
What if we don't?
Do I need to call for Sheriff Kaler?
Maybe. This whole time she's like doing that thing that little girls do in like movies and that, where they like just playfully like maybe, and they're like being all that playfully thingy, where it's creepy, but it's like they're being playful, and you're like, could you please leave?
I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here.
At that moment, conveniently enough for this poor store owner, Sheriff Kaler comes to visit.
Woo!
Hello, Sheriff.
He also looks undead as fuck.
This whole town is just made of undead people. They're smart undead people, but they're undead.
Or they've all just got scurvy.
Hey, Alan Drew. How are you? I'm doing good, except for these 2 brats that won't get out of the
2?
shop.
Waves.
I've done nothing wrong.
Girls, what are you doing pestering Alan?
I want to read books, but he's making me pay. So I said, why don't I pay you this much? And he said, I don't want that much. And I said, but I've only got this much to pay you.
Sweetheart,
And I do the whole puppy eyes thing and pout my bottom lip. I just want to read books, sir, that's all.
if you want to read books for free, why don't you try the temple or the town center?
They don't have the good books.
They all have books, and the temple probably has better books. Are you even paying attention?
Hmm?
The temple probably has better books than Alan Drew here.
Well, I guess we'll go check their books then. You just lost out on 5 gold.
It would have been 10.
It would have been 5 because that's all I was willing to pay. So,
Your friend offered to pay the other 5, but
no, I was willing to
so
pay 5 as a whole. I ain't messing with shit that's gonna cost more. Anyway, so I recommend to what's her face that we leave.
Lyra.
Yeah,
Excuse you.
Gesundheit.
Okay then.
Let's go check out that whatever he was saying. Was it a temple?
Temple of Pharasma.
The temple.
Let's go peruse the library there.
As I'm leaving, I mage hand something to fall in his bathroom.
So, quick question to the DM. How much was that wand worth that he stole?
It's one of the more expensive items he has, but he doesn't have a whole.
It had
So
6
that one I would
uses,
say
but it
would be
was
like 75.
6 uses, but it was expensive. So
I know, but he sells for high priced.
in order for either of us to use it, we have to use the skill use magic device. I don't know if you have any ranks in that or not.
Use magic device.
hmm Because it's on neither of our spell lists.
What? Slow?
Yeah.
Okay, so the temple, by the way, is this building over here.
Building over there. E. Cool.
It's literally every other spellcaster but us.
Yeah. So I have used magic device with a rank in it. So if you don't, then I can hold on to that and use it.
Yeah.
Let me check. Skill. All the way to the bottom. No.
So I guess I will take the wand of slow for 6 uses.
Okay.
That's like a level 3 spell.
It's a level 3, 2, and 4 spell.
Yeah, I'm going with 3 because most of it.
Yeah. What does it actually do?
Wow. Every thief ever.
I feel like you would have been better off getting the other one. What was it? Cat's
Half
Grace.
its normal speed.
Wand of Cat's Grace.
Oh well.
Well, in his defense, on the shelves that they were on in the shop, the Cat's Grace was on a much higher shelf, where it had more uses.
Yeah. I could only reach the slow one
Mm-hmm.
with my little arms.
Damn it, when we go back I might have to get the other one because this is a lot better.
You two are gonna be trouble.
It's fine. The wizard will love us.
Anyway, so you go to the temple.
Skipping along the way.
Happy because you're a thief.
No, happy because I got away with it.
Okay. Hang on. I need to check something real quick. If I can open up my box of dice.
I have a lot of real life dice.
That's what I'm saying. Is I'm using one of my real life dice.
You do know you can just /GR.
I know, but I wanted to roll a real dice. It's fun.
So that she can lie to us about it. Ooh.
No, this one's
Shame.
about time. So. Okay.
Are we gonna have a break anytime soon?
Probably here in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Let's see.
I have to pee and I want more pizza.
Alright. So you get to the temple, and while you're there, you see that they have a whole lot of knowledge about a lot of things. They have extensive notes in the town's history. This location actually grants you a +4 bonus on all knowledge checks to research Arrowstone, Whispering Way, and there's one other topic, but I'll let y'all find that out as you go.
Necromancy.
Probably. But they do have books on the
However,
Whispering Way here.
when you get there, as you're talking to the acolytes of the temple, this temple is for Pharasma,
All hail Pharasma.
and she is the Lady of Graves. It's Ravengrove's only religious structure. It's also the most elaborate building in town. Its eastern facade displays an intricate stained glass mural depicting a stern Pharasma judging Count Andachi, one of the Tamravina's most infamous previous rulers. Grimborough is currently in charge of this temple. And the acolytes are all 1st to 3rd level clerics. There's a dozen of them that work. They do have to sell on minor magical items, such as, potions of cure light wounds, potions of lesser restoration, and holy water. That's the acolyte's responsibility. Among the current things they have for sale, as they tell you when you come in, are a single dose of Incense of Meditation, +1 Silver Morning Star, a Wand of Cure Moderate Wounds, which is 19 charges, and a Scroll of Restoration.
How
4
much?
items are kept in the temple vault.
She's having none of our shenanigans.
Manus, you're a pain.
I know.
Anyway, these are kept in the temple vault, and only Mr. Grimborough carries the key.
Oh.
You
So
also
sleight of
cannot
hand.
buy those. You also cannot buy those until you get at least 6 more trust points.
Why? That's very rude. They don't want our patronism.
They don't trust you enough to offer to sell those things to you yet.
Can I diplomacy them?
You can diplomacy them for ability to use them for research. And you need to, actually.
I want that
How
wand.
many times?
You can only try.
Diplomacy checks only work once every 24 hours.
Well, I'm gonna cast on myself Enhanced Diplomacy, which lets me get +2 diplomacy.
I'm gonna let you do talking because I got nothing.
And I'm gonna diplomacy. +2, 20.
That is not high enough to use this location for research.
What?
What, 20 diplomacy?
You need higher than that, dear.
We need to be more trusted. You people suck.
Ow.
Good to know that I just used stinging words.
How about...
It wasn't your words that stung.
Stay with me on this one. You're gonna think I'm a bit crazy, but how about... torture?
No.
Could we pay for the use of this?
No. This one is literally, this town does not trust you.
But,
this is their religious temple.
But I love Pharasma. I am a worshipper of Pharasma.
But torture. I'm a worshipper of torture.
Shush, she's not a torturer.
You are more than welcome to also try diplomacy if you would like.
I myself am a worshipper of Pharasma. Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love the Lady of the Graves.
But why do you want to use the library? You should already know about the Lady of the Grave.
Well, that's not what we wanted to do the research for. We're wanting to learn about the prison that got burned down.
This should be a good place for that.
Yeah,
Well,
so can we use
no
the books?
shit.
I mean, I don't really think you're that much of a charisma.
How dare you?
You're attacking my religious beliefs.
You're in my religious building of worship and employment.
But you're attacking
Hi,
my beliefs.
worshipper here.
Now her, I believe.
Actually, this person didn't roll sense motive, so you still have a chance.
Sense motive on me! And then critically fail. So you can roll sense motive twice. Once for me, once for him.
As long as she gets below a 5, you're good.
A 5 or below. Come on. Roll poorly.
Gets on at 20.
I know. We're huge pains in her asses, and we need to start being pains in Ron's asses. Or Ron's ass.
I'm already a pain in Ron's ass. Speaking of which, have you all heard of Ioma Day?
Oh my god, I'm gonna slap you. I'm totally wish for asthma.
God damn it.
And then you can roll it for him or for her too to see if he. Oh, honey, he'd have to
By the
get a
way,
natural 20 to not believe you. By the way, what? You believe both of us.
yeah, but even if you're believers, like, I'm not supposed to
Worshippers,
let y'all in the library.
but from one worshipper to another.
But I'm not supposed to. What if Grimborough comes and shoots?
Just tell him that we slipped in, that you didn't even notice us.
Fine. But if he asks, you talked awesomely, and you talked my pants off,
I
basically.
don't think a cleric would ever say anything about his pants.
All hail
Well, I
for
mean,
asthma.
technically, I'm not wearing pants.
Well then.
I'm wearing a robe.
I
I'm
put
wearing an acolyte's robe.
I put my hands together in kind of like a clap thing, but it's the prayer, and then I bow my head. All hail for asthma.
In the UK, pants are something different, and if he's not wearing them, it's disgusting.
Let's see, pants are underwear for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he wants to just be hanging free. You can't judge him. Some people go commando.
Clerics?
Hey, all he's got on is that robe. He gets a good breeze.
I can't believe we're having a conversation.
I'm sure it feels great.
Oh my gosh.
Don't you love language?
Anyway, so what do you want to roll knowledge?
Local.
Harrowstone is history and local.
I have history.
Okay, then I will roll local because I have that one too. Although my history is better.
Well, you can both do history, whichever.
Never mind.
Okay. You are not quite enough to get the highest ability, or the
Okay, well
highest
then
one,
hold on.
but
Oh. Okay.
anyway, your knowledge local gets y'all some information. Okay?
Yeah.
There is a little more information that you can eventually find, but you were 1 point off. Put it
Oh.
that way. But that
Don't we get a +4 at this place?
actually, you're right. You get them all. Thank you for listening.
I'm a good listener.
Okay. So, you get to learn. Basically, I get to read off everything about Harrowstone for you guys. That just won you everything on that knowledge check.
I got lucky.
Although, 1 second, because I'm looking at one more thing.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying how much XP I gotta give you for something.
Because I knew everything. Or I learned everything.
Okay.
What can I say? I spent a lot of time studying when I was younger. I know how to read books.
Alright. Okay. So, I'm going from the least important to the most important. Least important. Harrowstone is a ruined prison. Partially destroyed by a fire in 4661, the building has stood vacant ever since. The locals suspect that it's haunted and don't enjoy speaking of the place. Next up. Harrowstone was built in 4594. Ravengrow was founded at the same time as a place where guards and their families could live, and that would produce food and other supplies used by the prison. The fire that killed all of the prisoners and most of the guards destroyed a large portion of the prison's underground eastern wing, but left most of the stone structure around above relatively intact. The prison's warden perished in the fire, along with his wife, although no one knows why. A statue commemorating the warden and the guards who lost their lives was built in the months after the tragedy. That statue still stands on the riverbank just outside of town. The next one. Most of the hardened criminals sent to Harrowstone spent all imprisoned, for it was here most of Lov's executions during that era were carried out. The fire that caused the tragedy was, in fact, a blessing in disguise, for the prisoners had rioted and gained control of the prison's dungeons immediately prior to the conflagration. It was only through the self-sacrifice of Warden Hawkran and 23 of his guards that the prisoners were prevented from escaping. The guards gave their lives to save the town of Ravengrow. And the most important one, the one that you unlocked, at the time Harrowstone burned, 5 particularly notorious criminals had recently arrived at the prison. While the commonly held belief is that the tragic fire began accidentally.
Wait. Were any of them named Sandalus?
Name what?
Never mind.
I didn't hear you.
Sandalus.
Vandalus?
Yes.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. It's just a story sounds familiar.
Okay.
This is a prison, not an
Well,
asylum.
While the commonly held belief is that the tragic fire began accidentally, the riot began of the dungeon and had been in command of the lower level for several hours before the fire. Warden Hawkran triggered a deadfall to seal the rioting prisoners in the lower level, but in so doing, trapped himself and nearly 24 guards. The prisoners were in the process of escaping when the panicked guards accidentally started the fire in a desperate attempt to end the raid. Or end the riot.
So the guards did it.
Yes.
You were cutting out a little bit for me. Did the guards accidentally or intentionally set the fire?
It was an accidental setting of the fire because the
Okay.
prisoners had rioted.
Cool.
So basically, the warden and 24 of them perished to keep the prisoners in there, especially considering 5 of the most notorious prisoners in Ustalav had just recently been relocated there.
So those 5 baddies are dead too now. As far as we
They
know.
are. However, keep in mind,
Ghosts.
obviously, as your friend knows, yep, ghosts are a thing.
So I'm finding
Would you
all this
like
stuff and
to
I'm telling Anna about it. What else can we find out while we're here?
say?
I know stuffs. I read stuffs. Maybe.
Okay, let's see.
Because you said we can find out about the way whispers and potentially necromancy. You
Okay,
didn't say it, but we implied it.
I'm trying to make sure that you can do this more.
Oh, like I have to come
The
back again
research
to do
things.
more, maybe.
Yeah, I think you might have to come back tomorrow to do your next research, but you have ability. You managed to get that.
I
You
didn't.
managed to find out.
You were cutting out. What did you say? You managed to do what?
You have managed to get ability to use this library.
Cool.
You have done your research on Harrowstone and learned as much as you can from the books. And it's getting kind of late. You know you have a place you can sleep. It might be about time to head home.
Okay. On our way out, what's the acolyte doing? Is
The
he
Acolyte is straightening things up and dusting the wands and things that are for sale.
the things that we cannot buy? I give him a little wave and a wink.
Those are in the vault. And he kind of smiles and he waves and blushes a little bit.
These are clerics.
He's still a younger male. Simple.
A younger male who's probably been castrated for clericism.
Clerics don't have to be castrated, Manus.
That's monks, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, my girl's not castrated. What are you on about?
Mainly because she doesn't have testicles?
You know,
But-
girls can be mutilated too down there. Just saying.
Yeah, but you can't be castrated. That's a completely different thing.
Stuff still can be done. Anyways, I winked, I
Anyway.
waved, and smiled, and we left. And I think my charisma's nothing.
Okay. So you guys go home. Or back to Kendra's house. And get ready to go to sleep. And I think for this particular moment, that's probably a good spot for a break.
Wait.
Yeah, because Trina needs to.
I feel like you need to.
I need to too, actually, to be completely honest.
Do I pause the stream? Do I let that go? I don't know.
Just leave it going because there's no real way to pause it without, actually stopping it completely, and it makes 2 different videos.
Okay, so we'll
Which
be
is-
back stream.
Yes. Let's see.
I am back.
Are you trying to say you shouldn't have gotten that point?
What do you mean?
Your post and Suck My Dice?
Oh, it counts as a 10 because I didn't have any training in it. So instead of having that 22, I had a 10.
Well, you've already learned the knowledge now.
No, for the religion earlier, when I was trying to prove gargoyles.
Oh, gotcha.
If you read
Okay.
it says knowledge religion check.
Sorry.
And I didn't get a 22 on my local one.
No, but you did on your history. Or your local, you got... Okay, sorry, it was a 20 and then plus...
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
got 28 on local and a 18 on history, technically. No.
Okay.
Knowledge religion. Got that 22 earlier. I'm eating, so I'm muting my microphone.
That's fine. Is Manus back yet from break?
No.
We.
Give me 1 second, guys.
You weren't back when I said something earlier.
Okay, I'm back. The kids are being jerks. It's bedtime, so they're being assholes. Anyway.
Well, of course.
Oh yeah, that's the way it always seems to go. Alright. So when we went to break, you went home to sleep. And we're just going to assume that nothing major happened to you while you slept.
We're gonna assume something could happen.
I'm saying to you or the house. I'm not saying something didn't happen outside in town.
Uh-oh. They've started the protests against the elf. But I'm a witch, so it balances out, right? Because they like witches. They dislike elves.
There are, however, 8 elves that live in town.
So they'd like me. But the rest of the townsfolk, it balances out. Because this town does like witches because we are healers. Just assume that all witches are healers and you'll be fine.
Keep having to mute
Because children.
pain. Yeah, that's accurate. Alright. So, we are going to have something happen in town. While you were asleep.
Is this something we'll know? Like, don't tell us if it's not something we know until we go out.
It's something that's going to be very talked about in town. It's going to be very important. I just need to figure out exactly. Okay, so.
Is this Harrowstone?
Alright. Yes. Well, this is part of it anyway, but
I'm a smart
there's a
cookie.
memorial. Let me move this little map over here. And then I'll put that right there. Alright. And now I need to go up here. Alright, so. The two of you are currently here. And you hear news via your host that there's been a kind of brutal desecration in town. And the Harrowstone Monument, which happens to be here,
Warden and his wife?
the memorial to the warden and the guards. His wife,
Okay.
nobody knew why his wife.
So Mr. O down there.
Yes. This monument was built after the fire in 4661. And it's pretty darn close to Harrowstone. Harrowstone is, if you follow this path out this.
It's down below R.
Yes. So, yeah, if I'm not mistaken anyway. Let me double check one location. Yeah, that's right. So, as you go about your day, getting ready and waking up and everything, she lets you know that this landmark, which happens to be 25 feet tall, moss covered, it's a big stone statue that overlooks the river, depicts a proud, muscular human man who's dressed in leathers and wielding a truncheon. It's a depiction of Warden Hawkran. The names of the 25 guards that died in the fire, as well as a total of 25 names. The guards, his wife, and his own are chiseled into the base. And there's been a large bloody V drawn on the base of this statue.
That's unfortunate. A V?
A V. And Kendra's kind of upset because it's kind of disturbing. And she doesn't know how to feel about it. So let's see. Basically, right now, that's all you know. There's a big bloody V on there. You still have a couple things you can do. You can still go explore the crypt. You can go do more research. Or you can go explore the monument. What would the two of you like to do?
I mean, the monument seems like it'd be important to check out now, but it could be that we need to do some of the other stuff in order to fully understand everything. Well, if we don't go now, then we can't, like, check out the blood and do all that kind of stuff. So it's like, you wanna go check out the monument, Janice? Swear to God, if you fell asleep on it. Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
Let's go to the monument.
Okay, so you are going to the monument of Warden Hawkran. And you can do, let's see. Okay. Trying to see, because it gives me a, there we are. Okay. You may try a survival check.
No. I don't have any ranks. Oh wait, I can do a survival check without that.
It's not a ranked one.
Oh, I realized that after I said it. But no.
You do not have a high enough survival to where they come from. Let's see.
Can I perception to see what I see?
You may.
Oh wait, is it shadowy or dark?
No, it's bright
Oh.
daylight.
Drat.
So you guys see a little bit of splattering of blood around where this V is. And you see that there are some footprints around. Nothing that's there. It looks like normal traffic around the area. You can see that it looks like there's one set of tracks that's more prominent than the others. Like it's been more recent, because the other ones look like normal foot traffic, but they look a little older. There's one set that looks a little newer, and it's heading off in kind of a northeasterly fashion.
Could
But
I have... Oh.
Hmm?
Can I have Miri try to track it?
The trail kind of peters off after about 10-15. So it wouldn't do much good. There's not really much of a trail to follow.
Oh, but her dexterity is so high. Because
By
for
the
the
way,
survival
you're
check...
tabbing.
I'm aware. They can
You're
see my
using a
owl.
tab.
Fight me. They can see owls.
That was the reason I said you could have your tabs in another one, because if you have that tab up as by itself, it doesn't affect the one you've got hooked.
I know, but they can fight me. It's an owl. They can see my owl. Hey, I've got another page up. I'm just too lazy to switch to it. You wanted this.
But I don't know how well her tracking skills would be in the daylight either, by the way, since she is
Her
a nocturnal
her
creature.
dexterity is 17. So that's a +3. So I could do a d20 plus 3. Because survival is dexterity.
You can certainly try.
Her perception is +10. Could she see more than me? Probably.
I doubt it in the daylight.
It doesn't say that it's down to... Because she only has low light vision. She doesn't have dark vision. So she can still see perfectly in the day.
But owls in general have a hard time seeing.
But this
They
doesn't...
use their ears more than anything else.
But this doesn't say anything. Just
I'm
saying.
talking about real life owls, woman.
This isn't real life owls. Oh, she didn't stealth any better or survival any better than I did. It's okay, Mary. I'm just
Anyway,
going off the page.
so basically, you can't really follow it, but you can tell that it was put up. We're gonna say it's about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning now, normal time for people in the town to get up. But you can tell that the blood's about 7-8 hours old. So somebody was up in the middle of the night. And as of this moment, there's really not a whole lot more you can do.
Is there anything I can roll to see if I can
So,
figure out the blood? Like, I don't know what you can do with blood. I can do like a heal check. Medicine has to do with that, right?
do one more survival check for me.
Oh. I got a -1
Annabelle, would you like
survival.
to do a survival check?
Hey!
Okay, Annabelle's survival check. Well, it's
It's
not enough.
Anna.
Anna's survival check is high enough to at least be able to tell that the blood is not human. Looks like it's probably from a rat.
Aw,
Oh,
poor rat.
So, somebody took the blood from a rat and put this big V on this.
That's a lot of blood for a little rat.
Might have been more than one rat.
Might have been these people are dicks.
But regardless, it's kind of really you can tell and you can tell that whoever did it took their time to make sure that the letter could be read properly.
But I have any
And
knowledge of the V having any significance? Like, roll local history?
let's see. If you look at the monument, something actually, yeah, you would. If you look at the monument and start reading off names, you come down to Warden Hawkern's wife. His wife's name was Visoriana. And the V is kind of sort of like the point of the V seems to be coming up from one of the points of her name. Almost like it's like pointing at her name.
so it's a V or an arrow.
It's a V.
But
Do
a
you guys
V
want to
is an
continue doing
arrow.
anything here?
I don't know if there's anything else we
Yeah.
can do.
Is there anyone around us? Can we see the tracks?
I think I already answered that.
They tapered off after like 15 feet.
Mm,
Or they got mixed up or something.
got mixed into normal traffic.
Pretty much. And there was plenty of normal traffic footprints around the monument for it's basically popular for like midnight trysts between lovers and things like that.
Why?
It's kind of thankfully the story actually gives us
Oh, look, a bunch of people burned down. How romantic.
it's a popular meeting spot for late night trysts in Grove. For it has just the right mix of tragic romance and spooky ambience without actually being on Harrowstone's supposedly haunted grounds.
Ooh.
So, you have been there, you've explored that. Do you want to do more research? Do you want to check out the Restlands? What would you two like to do?
Check out the graves.
Check out the crypt?
You want to go to the crypt?
We.
Yeah, we can go check out the crypt.
Okay. So one thing that you guys need to know is that there are acolytes and gravediggers that explore and patrol the rest during the day,
So
and
basically,
that
prepare to fight.
not necessarily try to fight, but it is sometimes frowned upon to be in the Restlands, say, messing with uh crypts and things in the
It's
daylight.
fine. We'll be sneaky.
On that note, which honestly, you can the same church that you were uh at before can grant you permission to search, no problem, if you would like to go that route. However, if your diplomacy check does not check out, then you're gonna have a bad time.
Do you want to try and
So
diplomacy the people?
you can also just try it on your own, or
We could stealth. Do you want stealth, or do we want to go be nice people and talk to people?
Hmm.
I have a
what
spell
you
that
want to
makes
do.
me sneakier. Doesn't mean I can't still botch it. Get that out
Freeze
of
around.
here.
What?
Get that out of
Do
here.
another run.
We don't need that yet. So we could go talk to the acolytes and see if they'll let us do the digging. Well, not literal digging. Or we
They
can try
can't
and
let 'em.
we can try to stealth into the crypt. I have a spell that lets me
Stealth into
stealth
the
better.
crypt.
You wanna do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Stealth is my strong.
Okay.
I
I'm
rolled an 8.
seriously. I'm gonna cast blend.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna cast blend that gives me a +4 to stealth, and I don't need cover or concealment. But I can only move at half my speed. It lasts for 30 minutes. You draw upon your elven link to the wilderness to change the coloration of yourself and your equipment to match your surroundings. So, there's that. I get that for 30 minutes.
Then let's hope it doesn't take you longer than 30 minutes.
Oh,
Also, oh,
I rolled a 2.
I see that. Your blend is saving your ass right now. Um, because you straight up failed that stealth check. But because of your blend, I'm going to currently, till your 30 minutes is up, negate the 50% chance that other visitors will see you.
Because I blend into my surroundings.
Yeah, but
Cool.
thankfully your friend is very stealthy and has passed their stealth check.
I warned you that I could still be unstealthy when I said it. I'm like, no.
Okay. Okay. So, if you go up here to the false crypt, and this is how it looks once you get inside. When you first look at it, however, it's located near the northeast corner of the Restlands, near the junction of the paths. The crypt itself is a freestanding granite mausoleum, the roof of which is decorated with a pair of leering gargoyle statues. A single stone door with a rusty-looking lock sits on the mausoleum's south facade. Roll perception, please.
Uh-oh. Time to perceive things. Is it dark or shadowy in here?
I would say, but you also did pass that anyway. So you notice that the lock is actually broken. Its clasp has been melted by acid and then put back into place so that casual observation, the lock is intact.
Oh,
You didn't even roll.
No, he's being snarky to Connor. So, okay, you've noticed that this place has a broken lock. What do you do?
I go in.
What about your friend?
I show the halfling that the lock is broken. Nudge, nudge. Point to go in. Because, not talking to make it bad.
I know that it's broken. So I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah, you actually passed
I
that too. So.
know that it's broken.
Okay, so you can see that it's broken, and so you said you entered, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are both going into the crypt. Within, a flight of stone steps leads down into the cold earth to a large crypt lined with empty niches. No dead are interred here, though church records
Aw.
report that the crypt was one of the first built in Ravengrove's early. Can you do? Let's see.
I can do a lot of things. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about the hiccups.
Okay. I need perception checks again. These are separate perception checks. Nice.
Possibly
And I would
25.
say it is definitely. It would be 25 in here because it would be shadowy and dark.
Hell yeah.
I wish it was Gabriel right now. He has good perception.
So Anna can't see shit, but Lyra sees the professor's footprints clearly in the ground on the dirt.
Hey, look. Professor's footprints. He's been here.
What?
Now, poor Connor. Anyway,
He'll be fine.
poor your hiccups.
I'm sorry.
So,
They hurt.
so you tell Anna about finding the footprints. Anna, can you see any footprints at all? I mean, don't think so, but I need a survival check.
Oh,
See if you can
jeez.
follow these footprints.
The thing I'm so good at.
You got 0?
My wisdom's -1.
Um,
So I'm very
that's
careful and point it out to him, like, look, this right here on the ground, I put my hands on the ground around the footprints so he can see them, or she can see them. These are the footprints. Let's see if we can figure out where they go.
Unfortunately, because of the fact I'm going to do something just slightly differently. Manus, you see Anna, you see the little path from the footprints that goes specifically over to a large sarcophagus that sits in the deepest part of the crypt.
oh,
Right there.
And I'm just looking around trying to figure them out, and like, this goes here, this one goes over that way. And then I start following my own footprints.
And I need to make this bigger.
I'm very smart, but I'm not very wise.
I'm very charismatic.
But are you wise?
If +2 is wise.
Yeah, more so than average. I'm slightly below average on the wise scale.
I'm more average than others.
So if
Okay,
you
so you
pull
guys
it,
are about here.
Lovely. Suddenly a lich.
I'm not prepared for Lich. I don't know how to fight them.
Well, a lich is like a level 20 fight, and we're level 3, so...
Come at me, bitch. Oh wait, no, that's Rhina.
Why is that Rhina, though? She's a cleric.
Because that's what I always say when I'm Rhina. And she's basically a war cleric, thank you very much.
Then why aren't you a war cleric?
Because I didn't know that was a thing until after I made the character.
So,
I might become a war priest.
alright.
We'll be friends.
So, as you're going to the sarcophagus, something's happening.
The Lich.
Not particularly a lich.
A centipede.
Those damn things.
2
Giant
centipedes.
centipede.
Wait,
Ooh,
it is a giant centipede?
They are giant centipedes.
yay.
Okay.
So thankfully I found pictures that I could make giant.
Do you know there are giant centipede pictures for Pathfinder?
I tried actually Googling that and it didn't work. So, at least not immediately for me.
Are they coming
There
out
we
of the
go.
crypt?
These have been living here for months. There's a few narrow cracks in the wall that they like to come in through. And they were gone when you got here, but they've just and
I'm still blended. Do they see me?
well, so far they haven't quite gotten to you. They're crawling in. They're slowly gonna make their way. And right now, you don't really perceive them.
We don't
They're
perceive
just
them?
there.
Then why did you
Not
tell us
yet.
they were there?
So while these guys are in the other half, anyway, I'm kind of ignoring you for a minute because reasons.
Understandable.
Professor Lorimer did kind of raid the cache, but do you choose to open the crypt or do you choose to not open?
I pushed that crypt open
Yeah.
so fast.
We open it real quick. Curiosity, man.
The crypt lid slides off quickly and
Lich.
smacks against the back
Oh.
of the crypt and slides down the wall, kind of loudly. And there's a fair amount of useful materials here. Because while Professor Lorimer did raid it, he didn't take it all. There are a dozen silver arrows,
Ooh.
4 sun rods,
Ooh.
6 flasks of holy water, 10 plus 1 arrows,
Oh.
5 plus 1 ghost touch arrows, 2 plus 1 undead bane arrows,
Oh no, she didn't.
5 potions of cure light wounds,
Say what?
2 potions of lesser restoration,
Hell
a
no.
scroll of detect undead, 2 scrolls of hide from undead,
Hold on.
a scroll of protection from evil,
Oh my lord.
Hold on.
and
Detect undead. What was the two scrolls?
2 scrolls of hide from undead,
Okay.
and a scroll of protection from evil.
Keep going at your normal pace. I just got stuck.
You're fine. I was getting something and then closing something out. Anyway, and a thin, dark wood case decorated with an image of a scarab eye glazed back. The
You're
same
cutting out.
design that appears on. And a thin, dark wood case decorated with an image of a scarab with a single eye glaring from its back. The same design that appears on the cover of the manual among the books in the professor's collection. The case itself is worth 50 gold points, or gold pieces, meh, and contains 3 objects of interest. A spirit board with a brass spirit planchette, and 4 iron and glass vials containing tiny, churning clouds of vapor. The vials sit in velvet-lined indentation to the left of the spirit board and planchette, along with 6 empty indentations. The professor made off with most of the vials, but left these 4 behind. 6 vials are all valuable magical haunt siphons.
I missed that because you cut out
Useful.
for me.
Haunt siphons.
Was that the 4 vials that were there?
Yes. They look like...
I've just typed all this up.
these.
This one.
There are 4 of those. There were 6 more, but they have been taken.
Oh, pretty.
There's also
There's a lot of stuff here.
Yes. Spirit planchette. Those are both in that crypt. And as you're gathering the things, or just taking them all,
Man,
you hear the scuttle.
Scuttle.
Scuttle, 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 scuttle. Scuttle, 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 scuttle. And 2 giant centipedes come through.
Cool. I feel like they should actually be smaller than that. Manus, does Anna have a bow?
Hang on.
Hannah does not.
So I will keep those arrows. I don't know what some of them do, but... After this fight, we can divvy up the rest of that. But I've typed it all down.
Okay, so there's 2 giant centipedes that have come through the stairways, and they're blocking your exit.
Rude.
You can't leave.
Watch me.
So, what do you do?
We roll initiative. 8.
Seriously? Oh, 16.
That's in. Alright. I'm looking up their stats real quick. Because thankfully I have the book that has it in right here handy. Okay. So. Which these guys get a. So they have 17 initiative. Or at least that one does.
Damn it.
And then this one needs to roll its initiative. And it gets 14.
Fix your stuff, Manus.
What?
You gotta put your initiative.
Fix your stuff. Yes. Okay.
I don't think that's how it works. There we go.
Anyway. Alright, so. These guys have poison. And they can bite.
Well, you don't need to tell us all this. We'll find that out during the battle.
You really like to tell us things.
So this one gets to attack first. And it is going to take a step forward. And right now, since we're in a small space, I'm going to assume that each 5 feet, by the way, for movement reasons.
It says it right in the middle. Square equals 5 feet.
Well, meh. It looked like a blank for me, okay? Shush. I see it, stop being.
I know.
And it's going to try to attack.
Keywords try to. Because everything keeps missing on me.
Got 14. I think that means it hit.
No.
Yours is 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you add in their strength to this. When people attack, it's their base attack bonus plus their ability modifier is usually strength to their d20.
Their strength is 9. So they
Okay,
don't
so
get.
they
They
get
get
a
a.
-1.
Yes.
What about their base attack bonus?
I'm putting that all in now. Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you. That is not what I meant to put. Okay. Their intelligence is 0.
You're making a character sheet for them.
Yeah, it's the easiest way to make sure all the.
You don't need to put in their intelligence, you just need to put in their strength.
Strength and base attack bonus, if they have one.
Their base attack bonus is 0. Wait, no. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's 0. So, yeah, they get a negative to their strength. So,
Okay, so my turn?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna 5-foot step this way, since I'm assuming I can't really go back. No, the grip there can't go backwards. I'm gonna whip out my longbow and I'm gonna use one of my splinter cloud arrows on this guy back here. So
Okay.
he gets to make a reflex save, but after I shoot. I pressed it. Oh. Does a 6 hit?
You disgust me.
No.
I'm not happy about it, okay?
No, that does not even touch the AC.
Fine. I'm so sad. I'm knowledgeable, I'm not attackful, okay? I know shit and I intimidate. That's what I do.
Okay. So I think I've got him. Anyway, so you have not successfully hit. This other one that you just shot at,
Oh no.
it decides it wants to step over here in front of you, and it wants to try to bite you. Unfortunately, it totally fails.
Yay. I feel like this campaign's gonna
And
be the
it's now your
opposite.
turn.
It's gonna be the opposite of Ron's campaign, because with Ron, he always hits us and we miss. I feel like it's gonna be the reverse here.
Yeah, it seems like the GM can't really hit.
Oh, you're so disappointed in me. What?
Yeah, that also doesn't hit.
Jeez.
Can I make a knowledge nature check on the centipedes?
Sure.
Never mind, I don't have knowledge nature.
I
Okay,
have
no, you have
knowledge
knowledge
nature.
nature.
See, I know shit.
Yes, but you will have to wait for your turn.
Oh. Do I get to keep that roll?
Have any aversion to light?
Sure. Are they what to light, by the way?
Do they have any aversions to light?
You don't know.
Yeah, I'm
He's
asking.
asking for your knowledge check.
Which comes next? Before his turn, anyways.
It does not say anything about any aversion. They do like being underground, but it doesn't say anything light hurting them in any way. But you're okay. It also missed you very badly.
Jeez. Eventually they're gonna get bored of us and just run away.
After this fight, we're gonna be done.
Maybe more than done, yeah. So anything, do I get to keep that 26 or would I have to re-roll?
That's fun. Because I didn't tell you what your turn until after. So basically, these things can see very well in the dark. They've got dark vision 60. Or 60 feet. They have a perception of +4. So they can see very well. They are immune to mind-affecting effects. Environment, they like temperate or warm forest or underground. Usually they're solitary pair and colony.
What the hell did you do to us?
They can climb.
Oh, that's all
Do
him.
what?
Never mind. It's all Manus. It looks like it was on mine too,
Let's
but
say.
I moved it and it wasn't.
Okay. Anyway, their poison is an injury with fort save. They check at least 13. Their frequency is 1 round for 6 rounds. The save DC is Constitution based and includes a +2 racial bonus. Giant centipedes attack nearly any living creatures, including humanoids. The coloration of giant centipedes mirrors that of normal centipedes and spans of the spectrum ranging from dull hues to bright reds and fiery oranges. Other species of giant centipedes exist as well, with some smaller and most quite a bit larger. So
I let Anna
there you go.
know that mind-affecting spells do nothing, and I swing at the guy in front of me with my longsword. Damn it! What the frick?
And it bounces off of his shell, or his exoskeleton.
It's very frustrating. Look at all that damage.
I know.
Lyra, what's your strength?
+2. +1. What is it? +1?
Then why isn't your roll 1d8 +1?
Does that go into damage? Because no, it doesn't.
It does.
I don't think so. With my longbow it did, because that was specifically a composite longbow thing. Your strength goes into the attack, not the damage.
Okay.
It goes into the damage.
Literally goes into the attack. Ooh, does it bite
Also
itself?
Its pincher misses you and bites off 3 of its legs.
Yeah, no. That's
Oh, what?
dumb.
How else is it supposed to bite itself? It's a giant fucking centipede. The only thing. Basically, it just overshot, throwing 3 of them ahead, trying to move forward. Unless you would come up with a better scenario for that bot.
Instead of biting itself, it could miss and faceplant, taking damage from bashing into the ground. Or into the wall behind her.
Maybe. That's
I just
possible.
like to say it bit itself because, why not?
Let me see. So it botched, and instead of actually getting to bite you, it face plants and completely and totally
Told you.
smacks its face into the ground, taking 6 damage and literally knocking itself so far out it rolls over, harm.
6 damage is a lot.
Especially for something with only 5 HP. So it pretty much killed itself, but you know. So it's defeated.
Hey, I killed mine. Get yours.
Yeah.
You killed it or it killed itself?
I killed it.
Morningstar, go.
That one actually hits. So this little doll creature,
She still looks like a person.
this little halfling girl screams Morningstar go and whacks this thing square in the face. And it freaks out and scurries back out the crack so it doesn't die like its friend.
Rest in pieces.
So those are now gone. And you now have a bunch of things that you didn't originally have.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a couple haunt siphons. These haunt siphons have an aura of faint necromancy around them. A necromancy around them.
That's such a hard word to say.
It's easier for me to say it as one smooth word. Anyway. So, these vials are held within stylized iron cases, etched with strange runes, necromantic designs, or other eldritch markings. Then the vial roils a small wisp of white vapor, churning as if caught in a miniature vortex of air. You can actually capture a haunt's energies within a haunt. You only need to twist the metal casing open and be able to do it. In the same round that the haunt manifests. So, you know that about this. Your spirit planchet has an aura of modern divination around it. And it's basically a Ouija board. The board, however, is not as important as the planchette. Um, so, do you want to stay in this crypt and see if more
Well,
creatures come at you? Or you ready to leave?
either way, we need to call it a night.
Alright. Well, then we shall wrap up at you have exited the crypt, and you will be greeted by 2 acolytes from the church as you exit.
I'm still blended.
Are you sure this fight didn't take more than half an hour?
Did it? No. It couldn't have. It was like 3 rounds.
how long did it take y'all? Well, okay. We'll assume that y'all are still snaky and sneak past the acolytes, shutting
Well,
the back.
we'd have to re-roll, but I'm saying I'm still blended.
Well, then reroll stealth for me real quick. Just to see if y'all sneak past the people or... Damn.
I thought that 30 was mine for a second, and I was like, how?
How? Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Okay, so both have succeeded in your stealth checks. You both sneak back out, leaving the door to the crypt as it was when you came in, and head back out of the rest labs. We will continue from here when we come back. And that has been the first episode of Suck My Dice, Carrion Crown.
Carrion.
See you next week.